What's up, guys? All right.
What's up?
We're just gonna hop them into this shit, right? We're in the conference room. I'm trying new shit with this vlogging stuff, and I got James, the man, right here, man. Came here from Jacksonville, coming to visit. He's actually got a place down here in Miami, but he came to visit. The guy's a beast. Been wholesaling for years. We kind of became friends, become a mastermind group, and we share a lot of the same interests. And the guy's fucking killing it. Between this and a software company that he has that we'll go into a little bit later. He needs really no introduction, but we're gonna just talk shit a little bit, kind of go back and forth, how he started, his story, what he's doing now, how he's making money, maybe some mistakes he's made, maybe some shit he wants to do in the future, and we'll just kind of go from there. But James,
my man,
thanks for coming, dog.
No, thank you, bro.
Dude, thanks again for coming, bro. It's awesome to have you. We always have good conversations.
Yeah, man. Sure.
And we talk too much shit, but we're literally talking shit now. It's like 40 minutes. Dude, give a little bit of the listeners and the viewers, kind of like how you got started, like who are you? What's the story behind the Hawk?
The Hawk.
The Hawk.
So basically I started actually wholesaling in 2010. I just happened to stumble upon it really. I had a friend that, it basically he was investing. And I was going to be an agent, right? So he wouldn't tell me too much about what exactly he was doing, but he told me enough to where I did some research and I figured out he was wholesaling.
Oh shit.
So I started doing some research on that, and then dude, eventually I was grinding at night because I was working. I was working for a bridge company at the time, so I was on night shift. So that means I went in at 3 and got off at 2 or 3 in the morning.
Shit.
And then I would get up and go to the gym and work on this. And then eventually it took dude, it was 5 or 6 months. And then I got my first deal. So it was
was that Drake song working hard to get the night shift?
Right.
Oh, by the way, I didn't mention it, but we're gonna also be playing. I love that. We're also gonna be playing FIFA. And both of us have really not much of a clue how to play this thing.
No, we don't. I don't.
But I figure it'll be entertaining, and we'll show you.
It will be really entertaining.
So I guess why do we both have Spain? Why do we both have Spain?
No.
How do we
You guys only use international teams or what?
But what? We can only use Spain?
No, you can change the league. Spain is the league right there. It's the Spanish league.
How do you change the league?
What team do you want to use?
I don't know. I just want to see what my options are.
Alright, well.
Oh, got it.
Change that from Spain to international. Play international again.
Isn't Argentina good? Who's good?
Dude, I'm just gonna get France.
What year is this? What year is this FIFA?
2018.
Who won? France?
I got France.
Oh, you got France?
That's not France though.
No, I didn't.
Go back.
Go back.
Yeah, press B.
B.
Alright, now go up. Go for international.
I'm gonna play with
What
women.
is it?
International.
How you get?
Right.
Imagine he beats me with. Oh my god.
Okay, I got you.
Alright, now do it.
I'm up there, right? Netherlands.
Go to international.
Do I have to go to I?
Right there, right?
Yeah, go to I.
Got it.
There you go. Alright, what country do you want to use?
France, baby.
All right,
Going France.
Ooh, Colombia. Let's use Colombia, man. I like Colombia. All right, so now we select. All right, so my bad. We got a little distracted there.
Did you happen to find anything for that charger, bro, or no?
Let me find you that.
This freaking phone is gonna die.
I have a. Why? That's not working.
No, it's not working.
Why don't we just plug it into this right here?
No, it's not.
Oh, this is the
No,
thing.
that's like a close up.
Or just plug it into a computer, right there.
Oh yeah.
So we got a little distracted. So kind of came from the night shift. Working there. Press A so we can get this game on the.
Oh,
so working from the night shift, you learned from your realtor friend. You found out he was wholesaling. You did your own research. And how long did it take you to get your first deal?
Dude, it was 5 or 6 months, bro.
What?
Yeah. It was grind. At the time, my girlfriend at the time was I had her working on a lot of stuff. She was helping me out.
She was helping you set
yeah,
offers.
she was helping me with all the administrative stuff, which was really helpful. You know what I mean? But yeah, dude, just learning and grinding. It was 5 or 6 months. And
shit. And how much was it
was $4,000.
It was
just over it was $4,156 or something like that.
And how old were you?
I was in 2010. So
were you
I was 22, I think. 22, 23. Yeah, it's probably like 22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you working still?
Yeah, no, I was working. I was still working night shift.
You were working still? And you were 21, 23, you said?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, so I was a supervisor for a steel fabrication, a bridge fabrication company. So we did like the Woodrow Wilson in DC, and like it was cool. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So like I run like an entire department at like 22 years old.
Dude, and what got you to like press A? All right, A is to pass and B is to shoot. Y is to do like a forward pass.
Hold on. Oh, that was me. Oh,
No, you're blue. I'm red.
But ooh,
Get him. All right. So you started that. You did that. Like, what got you to like keep trying? You know, you're like you're 23 years old. You didn't know how to do it. It took you 5-6 months. Like, why didn't you stop? Like, why didn't you give up? You know, like what the fuck was wrong with you?
Dude, I mean, honestly, just because it was. Oh shit.
You're awful.
Dude, what? Who, me?
Yeah,
I don't even know where the dude. Which one am I, bro?
I'm gonna pass it to you. Get him. Get him. Shoot it. Oh no, you're blue. B is to shoot it inside. There you go. But if you press it too hard, the ball's gonna go everywhere.
Oh, I got you.
You can juke him.
Oh.
Ah, fuck, you got it for me. Pass it. Ace.
Oh.
Alright, but you're practicing shooting.
Ah, got him.
Fuck. So yeah, like what? Like
Oh shit! I passed it to you.
So why did you keep going, bro? Like why didn't you stop?
Dude, like I mean, you know, that's the thing, right? It's like, what's the? I mean, I always look at it like this. What's the alternative, right?
Yeah, I love that fucking question, man.
Dude, what's the
I say that all
alternative,
the
bro?
time.
Like, because it's really true. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, so what am I going to do? Stay at like a dead end job? Like, I know that I think I was making like, which is good money for like, you know, 22 years old. I think I was like making like 50 grand. Like,
Okay.
had great benefits, like all that stuff. But it's like, okay, so what am I going to do?
Yeah.
Like, maybe I get up to like 70, 80 grand, like have great benefits, whatever. But like,
American dream, right? The American dream.
yeah, and it's, I don't know, man. Like I've just always like loved sales, like marketing. It always interested me. So I just said, hey, you know, I'm gonna go out there and give it a shot.
Dude, that's.
I knew like that just failure wasn't going to be an option. I was going to do whatever I had to do to like make that shit happen. And that's really what it came down to for me. And I still have that mentality. It's like, the great thing is too, it's like being in like a position where like we are, is if we lost everything tomorrow, like we build it up once, like we could do it again. Like we have that
the skill
experience, you know, and the skill set.
Yeah.
Like you've been there, you've done it. Like all of a sudden now you're just looking back like, okay, well if I lost everything, like I could do this again.
I love that.
You know, so
and I think a lot of people think about it, but they don't like really hone in. Like the point of like becoming an entrepreneur, business owner, or like CEO, or like exec level of a company, or et cetera, it's not just like the title, not just the being the owner. It's just like the journey to get there. Like, dude, you have to have developed skill sets. You got to be really valuable, and that shit you keep forever, right? Like you land James right now in Beijing, right, with no money, or maybe let's say a little bit of money, right, to survive, right?
Yeah, right.
So let's call it like $500. You land James in Beijing with $500. He's gonna find his way to, you know, make a really good income forever.
Sure, I'll figure it out.
You know.
Yeah.
So I love that.
I have to buy a laptop. Yeah, $500, and I can make it happen.
Right, and some internet. Maybe some sushis. I'm like,
right. Yeah.
I don't even know if sushi. I mean, it's the wrong culture, but I don't want to offend anybody. I don't know. I've never been to China. I'm actually going to China later this year. But so, what do you think? Let's say someone's new, someone's starting out,
right,
or they're doing some shit, like they want to get started. What do you think is a skill set that people should learn to like start wholesaling successfully? Real estate wholesale. Okay, what's like a skill set?
A skill set. I would say, I mean, honestly, man, like if you're good at sales is a big deal. Right. Like, I mean, honestly, sales.
Okay, so I'm red, you're blue, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
So you're the white team.
Okay. Dude, where am I now?
To change play, you can change players.
Oh, I can? Oh, how do you do that, bro?
I think L1.
Oh, one?
This one,
what?
I think. Try.
Wait, what? Hold on. I'm trying to see how I switch players. Oh, okay. So, I got you.
Oh.
Hold on. Where are you at?
Oh. Ah, motherfucker!
Ah, got him.
Damn.
Got him.
I almost had that. So shit, where were we, man?
Ooh.
Oh, the skill set.
Oh yeah.
So the skill set.
I would say sales is just a big deal, man. And you know what? Not even just in business, but in life. Like understanding sales and being good at sales is like, that's a big deal, bro.
What the fuck is that?
I don't even know what just happened.
Yeah, I don't know what just happened.
Dude, I'm horrible, bro.
Yeah. X. You gotta press X on this one.
X.
Oh shit.
Dude,
Well, you gotta aim.
Yeah, dude, I'm horrible.
Oh! Dude. Yeah, you can. You can aim.
Oh shit. We're not out. I thought we were out. Oh, got him.
Got him. All right. Now we can continue.
Yeah, but sales is a big deal, bro. Like it just really is in all aspects of life. So I think that's a great foundation to have just to be successful in life overall.
Yeah, and
personally.
so let's say someone's getting started, like where would they even start, like learning the sales skill, the sales process, and like to learn?
I mean, follow people that are great at sales. You know what I mean? And here's the thing, like a lot of people, like, they get really like, they harp on the whole like, everyone's selling a product or a course. Everyone's like, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's like, okay, how much do you pay for a college education?
Right.
Way more money than maybe $1,000 course, but like how much money if you actually apply what's in that $1,000 course can you make off of that? Yeah. So it's like, guys, like a lot of people get hung up on like the nickel and dime and everything, and like I'm going to tell you one big lesson that I have learned in business, guys, and I promise you, like any of you that really see like a real level of any type of success in this business or in any business for that matter, like you'll start understanding this, like the more that you try to freaking save, like a penny or a nickel on something, it's going to cost you so much more money in the long run. Like with time and just like, guys, I'm telling you, I've been down this road so many times, right?
That's so good.
I never like, if it come down to like, as an example, I just hired a new videographer, right? So could I have probably hired one for half the money that I'm going to pay this guy, right? Like, so I came down here, I did a lot of interviews, and I looked at a lot of their reels and like, you know what I mean, like their work. And okay, so on paper I'm looking at this one, and this guy is obviously like much better, right? Right. But let's just say he's double the price, right? But putting out like the high quality content, like someone that's always going to be there, like dependable, like professional, like, I mean, you start looking at all these things, you really like, in a lot of cases, like get what you pay for. So if you want to hire someone for, barely any freaking money, like you'll probably get that kind of quality. Like,
no, I love that.
And not just with people, I mean, I use people as an example, but I'm saying like services, like, like guys, you just get what you freaking pay for in this life. I promise you that.
That's so cool that you said that. Yesterday, we had a call with our business coach. Yeah. And we were going over P&L, like profits, expenses, etc. And we break it down to variable expenses, because variable expenses are like, things that change. So sometimes some subscriptions change. Sure. Some can either be fixed or variable. It depends. And the first thing he said, he goes, I don't care about the variable expenses, because those are the ones that make you money. Like some of the subscriptions you have, some of the some of the marketing you do can be a variable, et cetera, et cetera. So the first thing he said is, forget the penny pinching on the variable stuff. Right. Because that's some of the shit that makes you money.
That's what's making you money. It's directly related to making you money. Yeah.
And why do you think people, like hesitate to spend that like for that $500? Why do you think it is?
What I personally think is like, because I grew up that way. Like most people like grow up with like, what is it? A penny saved, a penny earned. Yeah. Right? Like it's that mentality, man. Like, and I feel like it's probably going away more so now. Like with like entrepreneurship is pretty heavy in the culture now, but I mean, really, dude, that is really it. Like, everyone has always been brought up, like, to save, right? Like, all your parents are always saving. Like, your grandparents, like, always telling you, save, make sure you save your money. Like, it's like, save. Like, so, like, when you can get to the point that, you know, you go and you want to, like, go grocery shopping, whatever, and it's like, you see something you want to throw that freaking shit in the cart, like, you don't care how much it costs, like, oh, this is the one I want. Like, and that's...
And you know what's crazy? Like, it takes so much mental energy to try to save on everything.
No, that's a great point.
Dude,
that's a great point.
It's like what you said. Like, if you're in Publix and you're like, oh no, this granola bar costs $3.69, but I should get that one because it costs $2.49, but this one brings more. Dude, you just wasted 2 minutes of your life figuring out some shit for 60 cents. You know, like...
No, dude, dude, the headspace too, it's like, burning that mental energy, it's like, look, you're taking away from, like... You're just, you know, being more decisive and like making faster decisions and like what's really important, right? Like, you're gonna wear your freaking brain out throughout the day, like grocery shopping, like, it's like, why are you doing all this math every time you throw something in the cart? And it's like, I mean, come on, just, do you want this one or that one? Throw it in there and like move on.
Yeah, why do you think like Steve Jobs or like these guys wear the same T-shirts or the same like pair of khakis? Like, Warren Buffett wears like the same pair of khakis and shit all the time. I have like 3 of these shirts, but I always wear different shit. But dude, that's awesome, man. So you pretty much started, you know, like working a regular job from a night shift. You were making decent money, right?
Yeah, no, decent. For 22 years old. Yeah,
it's not bad. And then you kind of learned what your realtor friend was doing. Then you figured out how to do your first wholesale deal in 5 months. Yeah. And so tell us a little bit where you're at now. Like, what does your business look like? How many people you have, deals, money, shit like that?
Yeah. So, I mean, we're right around, I think, 10 total employees right now. With like, I mean, that's like all of our businesses, right? So, like, we have the real estate side, the investing side, the wholesale, primarily wholesaling. We still do some fix and flips, a little bit of wholesale. We actually do really well with like land deals. Like, you know, like where we'll get a property that, you know, because there's a lot of them up there in like our market, that'll be on a big piece of land or whatever, and like we'll chop that off into lots and like, so we'll just take it down and go do all the work with the city and then like sell off the lots. But we really do well, with the land deals for sure. Awesome. So we're always, I mean, we usually always have a couple of those that we're working on and like that we've closed or about to close.
And what you guys are buying in which market?
So we're in Jacksonville. We're basically in Duval, Clay, St. John's, and Nassau County in Northeast Florida.
Got it.
So those
you guys got to hit them up. If any of you guys are in Jacksonville and looking to do some deals, you have some stuff under contract.
Yeah,
you got your boy right here.
Send it to me. Like, we have strong buyers. Like, so we can definitely move some properties.
And what would you say was like some of the biggest like shifts, right? Like, you're 10 people now. You're probably doing a bunch of deals a year. What would you say was like the biggest shift you made from like hustler, let me do a couple deals by myself, to all right, cool, let me run a company and let me have people and
sure, man.
That's scary for a lot of people, I feel.
No, dude, it is for sure, because I mean, think about it, like, you're basically becoming like, now people depend on you. It isn't just you out there taking the risk. Like, you got other people that you got to
mouths
think about.
to feed and shit.
Yeah, like, they have families, like, so it's a big deal and it's a big responsibility. I don't say that's like, you know, and scare anybody about it. I mean, at the same time, like, they also get the opportunity to be a part of something great, you know? So I just looked at it as, a lot of people make the mistake of no one can do it as good as you can do it.
Yeah,
right?
I hear that all the time.
That's a common
and I hear that from a lot of business owners too.
That's what I'm saying.
So what would you say to that? What would you say to that?
No, I totally disagree with that. Like, and even if you can get 80% of like something that you're like amazing at, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you're amazing at this one thing, but you can get someone to do it 80% as good as you can, but you don't have to really do it anymore. Yeah. Like, you're just buying your time back. Every time you hire someone, that's what you got to look at. You're buying more of your time back, because you know, in order to do a really serious amount of deals, like, you're not going to do that many deals by yourself. Coordinating transactions, like dealing with the buyers, dealing with the sellers, going to the appointments, like all the stuff that goes into it, like to do that on a real scaled level, like, you're never going to do that by yourself. So it just comes down to, do you want to have, I do a few deals a month, I do everything myself, or do you want to have, like, I do 200 deals a year and like I manage people. Like, that's really what it comes down to.
Just look at some P&L statements. Yeah, man. I don't know if it's the people we've been hanging around with lately because of like the people I've just been associating with.
Right.
But I love hearing that, and I'm hearing it more and more, like getting my time back, managing time.
Dude, it's all about getting your time back,
blocking,
yeah.
calendars, hire to not do this on my time,
Sure.
Schedule certain things here, schedule certain things there, and like maybe some people listening or watching this are like kind of new, haven't done many deals, and they're like,
sure.
But what do I even do with more time? So I guess. I don't know. How would you answer that? So when you say buy my time back, like, what would you do with more time?
I mean, what I've always done is like the more time that I got back, and that's just because I'm a workaholic. Like I started with another business or whatever, right? So like I just kept using my time every time I got some of my time back to build more income, right?
Yeah.
To build a different business. So it's like. That's really a big part of the value is like that. How else? If you're just grinding all day long in your business, right? That's it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as if I was stayed making that $50,000 a year. It's the same type of thing. Like you are the business, right?
Yeah.
So like you're never going to be able to build multiple businesses or anything like that if you're just this business and you're working in this like a regular job. So I looked at it as like every piece of time I get back that allows me to go out and build more like real wealth.
Yeah. So basically what he's saying is, man, like everyone has different goals, right? You could do this and be a solopreneur and do 1-2 deals a month and make a great living, or you could do kind of what James has done and have a team of people and you get a lot of time back. You're gonna make less money sometimes, maybe sometimes not. You're gonna give up profits, definitely.
Yeah.
But you're gonna get time. And in his case, for his time, when people say, "Oh, time is the most valuable asset," or "Time is key," or "Time is whatever," what we're really saying is, if you have people that are making money for you or with you, it gives you time to do different ventures if you want. For James, he took that time and started a different venture, and we'll go in a second of like some of the software stuff he did. And you go in a different venture and you make more money, and then you rinse and repeat. You get some people to run and make money with you in that business.
Sure.
Then you go and do it again until you want to stop, until you want to travel the world, until you want to spend time with your family,
right.
Until you want to maybe just focus on doing like one big deal every year,
right.
Until you want to focus on, or maybe growing your company another 5, 10, 15x. Until you want to do coaching, mentoring, whatever,
Yeah.
So that's like really key, man. I think people should really aim to kind of like have that in mind. The time, the money's so fucking important.
Yeah.
Too, money's obviously really important, but time is so.
And
fucking
speed is everything.
key. Yeah.
Speed, man. Speed is everything. Like,
yeah, I love that.
I mean, I know we Ken always says it like money loves speed.
Yeah.
Like he always says that, and it is very, very true because
Yeah.
like. The faster that you take action, and if you fail or not, like the people who get caught up in all the details, like you're gonna have the hardest time.
This kid's doing pull-ups there.
I know you're doing pull-ups back here. So you're gonna have the hardest time. Like really.
Oh, what? The game's over? No, resume.
Yeah,
match.
dude, I beat you.
No,
I got you.
All right, go. Let's go. You press A. You're in.
I press A.
You know that. All right, so you can aim. You can aim where you pass, right? Like you can pass backwards that way. Like you see, now you pass it to me, right? No, look at me. I can pass.
Oh
yeah, if you press Y, you can tackle me.
I just need you. Oh, hold on. There we go.
Ooh.
Hold on.
Ah,
boom.
damn you. Oh shit.
Oh, shit.
Hey.
Oh! Oh, no. That's not what I wanted to do.
Ooh, boy. Oh, no!
Oh!
Yeah, we're both horrible at this game.
Oh, what?
No, dude, you're pressing A too much.
Hold on. Nah.
Oh. Damn, nice steal. You're stealing them good, though.
Damn.
Oh, you're offsides there.
Dude, I was getting into it. I was like, no, I'm gonna get it.
We got quiet for a second, like, oh shit. I didn't realize how tough it was gonna be to like talk and play and concentrate.
Yeah, it is.
Damn, you're not letting me get the ball, and I'm not enjoying this 1 second. All right, there you go. Now it's time for business. Now it's time for business. Ooh, ooh. Oh, get him. Get him. Ooh. Hey, hey. No! What happened? Ali!
Oh man!
I need
Just
your
as I
help.
was about to beat him, guys, like he just kicked it out. He was like, no, it's not happening.
Ali, I need your help. Damn.
Man.
Alright,
Turned it off, didn't you?
I got excited and something happened here.
Yeah, I was just
got
about to beat
excited.
him, bro, and he was like, nah, I don't care.
I plugged it back in, but I guess but it says HDMI.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pulled the HDMI cable.
No, you just turned it off. And when you
Oh.
like the HDMI loses signal.
Oh,
It's
jeez.
aggressive,
You guys
aggressive.
gotta start over again.
Shit.
Man.
Take two. So that's dope, man. So yeah, I mean, we spoke a little bit about your time and some
Sure,
ventures
sure.
and stuff. What so tell us a little bit. I know we were talking about earlier. You have some software company that you're pretty passionate about. because
Yeah,
it's
man.
super dope.
It's awesome. Yeah, thank you. So it's called REI Automator. I mean, it's basically like we're trying to make it as much as possible. Like anything on like the sales and marketing side, like that. That's your stop with the most accurate data. Like, because that's the thing, right? Like the data side, like has been a huge like cost for every investor. Like you need it for marketing, no matter what kind of marketing you're doing.
Yeah.
And like to get really high quality data is like very difficult, out
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So a lot of it is like, we're basically trying to just make it where it's easy as possible for you to get deals and sell deals, right? Without being we don't have the CRM in there, but you can skip trace in there. You can send emails actually for free. And you get a certain amount of records every month. The list
Sick.
management features coming.
Yeah.
And then we got obviously the big feature is Offer Automator. That Sean Terry and I created.
Yeah, it's sick. I actually use it a ton, and we use it here in our team. So it's pretty dope for both beginners and people who do a
Have
bunch
you
of
been
deals.
using Offer Automator? Have you used that?
No, I haven't used Offer Automator
Yeah,
yet.
so basically you can get, this is based on like live like market data, ARV, exit price to a cash buyer, right? And your max allowable offer and your goal target offer. So Sean Terry and I built that feature, and like the developer coded it in there.
Oh,
shit. Yeah, no, it's sick.
Damn, I'm gonna try that. I haven't used it. I use it for data. We use it for like data per counties, and now that we're going to different counties, we use it to see which zip codes to go into.
Yeah.
We actually use it to pull like certain lists. There's some really cool lists on there that I haven't seen in much other places. You guys have like divorce list, lien list, shit like that,
Yeah.
violation list, something like that.
Yeah.
So it's pretty fucking dope. So anyways, check it out, REI Automator.
Yeah, no, check it out.
But only if you're gonna do deals with it. If you're gonna just
If
you're
you're
just
not
gonna
gonna
fucking-
use it,
yeah,
like,
don't spend your money.
no, if you're not gonna use it,
What
like if
happened
you're
here?
serious though.
Hold on, movie recording has stopped automatically.
What?
Ali!
Is it not working?
No, it's something just happened. Movie recording.
Memory's out.
Maybe. It says movie recording has been stopped automatically.
Abruptly.
Oh, and now it's not saying it. Oh, it's not recording anymore.
No.
Yeah. Damn, man. I think I was about to score too. I got excited, bro. I got so excited. Just kidding. So what happened here? Why did that do that?
What? Turn off?
Yeah, it turned off.
Because it wasn't.
It said movie recording has stopped automatically. That's what it said here.
It said there.
Yeah.
It's turn that off.
So what's all the Fortnite hype about, dude?
I have no clue. I started playing. He likes it, and my sister likes it too.
I barely played it. Like, I used to play when it first came out. Like that's when I really played. I was still in high school and shit.
Your brother BG
But
likes
my
that
brother
shit.
What's
played
that
it, so-
YouTuber that's like the Fortnite like?
Ninja?
Yeah, or whatever. He's huge.
Yeah,
Dude,
he got
that-
signed by Red Bull.
Bro, there's some YouTubers there that make tons of, bro.
They make
Dude,
money,
honestly, yeah, no, they do.
Tons of money, bro.
Tons of money, bro.
Fortnite, just watching them play and like
Like,
see them
yeah.
collect weapons and shit. Like, it's
Like, for no
nuts.
reason, you're just watching someone play against them.
I mean, think about like all the YouTubers that have like millions of subscribers, and like when they do promos, like they get paid to do the promo, and then like that coupon code, like every time someone uses it, usually they get a cut out of that too.
I really love the marketing that's going on with like these funny YouTubers. And when they incorporate a product in it, bro, it's because so it's fucking clever.
And dude, like I guarantee you, like we were talking about Jake Paul earlier. Like, dude, his freaking merch, bro. I bet he freaking.
Bro, what I love about these, love about these marketers, like you got Jake Paul, you got like some of these other like YouTubers, Vitaly, like these guys that are funny, right? They're funny and they're great like YouTubers. But their marketing is so creative, you know.
Right.
Like if they're like marketing, let's say this shirt, you know, like they're gonna, you know, this guy.
They wear it, dude. They'll wear it. Like,
but he'll probably film a promo like skydiving off a plane with the shirt on.
Yeah.
So like the commercial's about the shirt.
Oh, dude.
But it's not about the shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. No, dude, they're smart.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's super clever. I love like I love marketing, and I just like when I see that, I'm like, it's so.
Dude, I love that.
That's the way I think marketing should be.
I totally agree, dude, because I think we're at a real turning point in the marketing, like for wholesalers, because it's like, dude, like the same old stuff, like that's worked for years and years and years. It still works, but it's like I feel like there's just a great opportunity for like someone that's really, really clever to come in and kind of like just like turn everything on its head a little bit, and like because there's a lot of really, really smart marketers out there that are like, I think of like, you know, like Billie Jean or like somebody like
Frank Kern too.
Frank Kern's amazing, you know, so like just really, really solid like marketers that are always like innovating like new strategies, right? So you just don't see as much of that because here's the thing, typically people that get into this business, they're more of like the entrepreneur, but how many of them have like marketing backgrounds or like, you know what I'm saying? So like really going out and like finding a great marketer to help with your wholesaling business, that's a big deal because that could be an absolute game changer for you.
And tracking your shit and all that stuff, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, for sure. Always be tracking everything.
So what's kind of what are some of like the next big ventures, big steps for you, for James, for the Hawk?
So Sean, Terry, and I are working on another product. We're going to be releasing here soon. It's going to be really, really cool. We're going to keep blowing the software up. You know, because here's the thing: a lot of people don't realize, like, is we're actually going to release like a realtor version too. I think. Nice. So yeah, and even realtors can use the one that's in there right now.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it works for realtors, works for freaking mortgage brokers, whoever, right? So, but we're gonna keep working on blowing the software up, and I'm gonna keep releasing more and more content on this side, right? Like I'm really passionate about helping people, and like I know I didn't grow up with money, like I didn't the life I live now compared to like when I was growing up is like so polar opposite. Right? You know what I mean? So I love like hearing the wins. You know, like people like DM me all the time or like send me an email like, hey, you know, like I did this, like, you know, I watched this or like I use this and like now I just made like 12 grand or whatever, right? And like that's life-changing money.
Hell yeah, dude.
Life-changing money. So, you know, it's really cool, man. It comes to a point where it's like you made a lot of money, like how do you start making impact? Yeah. You know?
That's awesome. That's really good. So basically you just make some more software moves because it really helps people too, man.
Dude, no,
for $97 a month or whatever you guys charge or $297, whatever it is.
Yeah.
A couple $100, like it really changes the game for a lot of people, you know. And what I asked this when I interviewed Greg Helbeck. I don't know, you know Greg Helbeck? Or whatever.
I've heard of him. I don't think I've met him.
Well, I interviewed him, and I always like to ask this to other like wholesaler entrepreneurs. Sure. And to me, it's just like such a fascinating question. It's simple, but it's a big question. What do you see in wholesaling or in like this real estate investing niche that we're in? Okay. What is like the path, or what is the $100 million play? What is
the $100 million?
$100 million play.
That is a fascinating question,
right?
What is it? So. Here's the thing, like I'll start by saying this. The thing about a wholesaling business, right, is like it's a sellable business, but it's not. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like you don't have any kind of like recurring revenue. Everything is like a hustle.
Deal by
Like
deal.
you'll have your brand, right? That can be valuable. You can like in your market.
Right. Your systems.
Your systems. Like there's value there, right? But is it truly like a sellable business. Like if someone came in and like cracked everything open and like really evaluated it, I feel like most wholesalers would probably be extremely disappointed with how much their business is worth.
Yeah.
Right? So strategically from the beginning, like now if you're watching this and like you're just starting out, like always have this in mind. Like starting out with like building a business that like is sellable, right? Because then like A, you're increasing your net worth, right? Like or A, you're increasing your net worth, and B, like why would you want to invest so much time and effort into something that at the end of the day is making you money, but is it like valuable actually on paper, which could allow you to go out and get like loans and like all kinds of other stuff that opens all these other doors for you, right? So we could go into a whole nother thing on probably the right way to structure that and like everything else, but just like have that top of mind. And then another thing I would say is like if you're going to do like $100 million, like you got to be nationwide. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I mean, I think that we've seen the $100 million play like already out there, and that's like the open doors and the offer pads. Like I think that's what that looks like.
The robo buyer.
You know, they've created like a very simple type of offer. They're basically doing the same thing like wholesalers are doing, except for like the way that really what they did is the marketing play, right? So they're offering them retail value, right? But like they're just gonna deduct everything off of there instead of us going and saying, hey, this is what we can pay because we got to take all this off, and we're like a lot more upfront about it, and they're like kind of like, no, here's the price we pay. But after all this comes off, then they're still down there like where we're buying it at anyway. So it's like like them creating something a different way, right, to like offer it. It was intriguing to the market, and like obviously they have a lot of money behind them. But I mean, I think that's what we're seeing right now.
And like,
that's the $100 million play in this business.
So in the real estate investing, kind of like a robo buyer mixed with like some kind of software.
Right. Like technology, like a technology home buyer is like
technology home buyer.
Right.
I love that. Yeah,
like
that
a
can go nationwide.
is the $100 million play. 100%. Like, you know, heavy online, like heavy like print, heavy like real heavy like saturating like the country, you know, like saturating all of the major markets.
Yeah, like being like a top
in sub-markets.
Like being like a top brokerage, but as a robo buyer type of thing.
Right, like a Keller Williams like a wholesaling like Keller Williams or something. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like some people are kind of like on their way there.
Sure. No, there's some big players out there, man. Making like waves in the market.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. I love asking that question, man. It just gets people to think outside the box.
I'm in CG with Brad Chandler, and like he made the transition to nationwide, and like Brad he's a beast, really smart guy.
I've never met him, but I've seen some of his podcasts.
They're great guys, very smart, and I know they're doing big things like nationwide. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, there's so many. I've gotten like different answers, but all of it is kind of like go big. There's always some commonalities, right? Go big.
Sure.
All of the answers I've been getting from the younger people are some type of technology. Everyone's like going big, gotta buy a lot of houses.
Yeah.
Or go some kind of software, some kind of technology. Or also some people tell me commercial, which also commercial is another way to get to that 100 million.
Sure.
So, you know, whether...
I mean, my software is going to be $100 million.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but other than that, though, as far as like a wholesaler, I would say technology for sure.
Technology, yeah, that's dope, man. So, cool, man. Before we end it, just give us like, you know, we understand you're doing big things. You've already been wholesaling for a couple of years and stuff.
Right.
But like, let's say let's say you're talking to the guy that wants to do one deal, but it's like dedicated. This guy like wants to do it. He's got some time. What is like one like tactical tip you can give him? Like one like actionable tip that you can give him that he can go do tomorrow to help him get a deal.
Okay. So he just wants to do a deal.
Yeah, just get his first deal.
He just wants to get his first deal. Okay. So I would say if I was telling that person, I just always look at this question like because I get this a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As if I was talking to my brother or my sister.
Yeah, exactly.
And they asked me this question like, what would I tell them to do, right? And I would say fishing is arguable, but like money on the money side, like without going out, like I'm assuming this question, like when you're on a tight budget.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Like let's just say you're working a regular 9-to-5 job. You got responsibilities. Like you can't afford to go drop 5 G's on direct mail randomly, right?
No, you don't have that money. You don't
right.
Have that.
So I would definitely 100% say either cold calling or freaking door knocking.
Okay.
That's what I would say, but primarily cold calling because you
cold
can
calling.
I mean, look, like I'm not even saying like the REI automatic thing. You can go out and buy like a good size list for a few grand or whatever, or you get an REI automatic for $97 and like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you go out and buy
a list.
Right, highly distressed list.
Highly distressed list.
Highly distressed. Like,
so you'd pick cold calling. You'd get a highly distressed list. Either you buy it
like probate, divorce, like really the big ones for me, like what we see the best with is like definitely the probate's big, right? So probate is huge. You definitely want to be calling them. You don't want to tell them that you know there's in probate.
Yeah, no.
Right, so do not do that. Code violations are great. Divorce and bankruptcy, they're good, but I'm saying like, we're talking about the best of the best, right?
Yeah.
Like tax liens are amazing. So I would start with the probate though. That's really where I would start. So if I had to say this is the one list,
just give them like very simple one.
This is the one list that you should get and you should start cold calling.
And would you cold call with a dialer or without a dialer?
I would go straight without a dialer, right? I would just phone, boom, start hitting them. And that's exactly it. As far as like to get the deal, that's what I would advise my sister to do. If she asked me and she wanted to do this.
So, dude, you guys are out there looking at this, fucking awesome advice. So, you're looking to get a deal. You got some, you need a little bit of money, right? It's typically not very, very common to make some money with zero money. You need like at least $300 or something, to buy a list and a fucking cell phone and whatever. But buy a list, a highly distressed list, and with the intent to cold call, maybe a probate, divorce list. Just pick up the phone, man. Get your cell phone or get like a Google Voice number.
Yeah, you can do Google Voice. I mean, you don't have to do like CallRail or any of that.
Yeah, don't get so fancy with it.
Just get a Google Voice number and start cold calling.
I'm super big on that. Like until you probably make what you're used to making and maybe a little bit more. So like your first job, let's say you're making $50K a year. Until you make $50K a year wholesaling, I wouldn't go big on getting like a ton of systems. I'd probably get like 1, maybe 2 software platforms.
Understand, and that's
maybe 1 or 2 just to like ease the thing. Maybe get like a free Podio and like some other like list service thing just because you need this or whatever else. Maybe limit it to 1 or 2 and just go out there and get a deal, man. Like get a probate list, pick up your phone, call hundreds and hundreds of people until you go on appointments and get the deal, lock it up on the phone, whatever the hell you want to do. But that's really good advice, man.
And you know why I like telling people to do this too is like think about the experience, like in like just like what you learn, like calling all those people, going to appointments. Like you really learn a lot. Like going through that yourself, that's going to help you.
Now what we're doing is with some of the young guys we're hiring. So we have 4 cold callers that are in our office here, and they're all under 25. And they all want to learn how to wholesale. They all want to learn how to do real estate and all this stuff. And I'm starting everybody on the phones, man. Whether you're going to be cold calling for 3 months, 6 months, a year, we don't know. But if you want to like end up like working and doing big things, not only with us, but in general, dude, cold calling is a way to start, man. You just talk to so many sellers. You're like, you become so